Kid Art says, hey, Decade, can you help me figure out how to calibrate the flow sensors? The what? Can you help me figure out to calibrate the flow sensors to compensate for the linear degradation of the electron pulse generator, causing a heat build of the flux capacitor? Thank you. Yes, chain link to Maxi. All right, let's go.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at it. Let's go.
Circular sends Sigma. We have no hand trap in sight. Let's speed up through this turn. One play, which should be ending on some good stuff here. Allenbert detaching, grabbing our subtraction, subtracting off the Allenbert into a Wicked. Wicked is going to ensure that we can make our Ignister plays, as the Wicked's going to be banishing from the graveyard for the Booraroo. Booraroo is going to send an Ignister from the deck to the graveyard, which we could reborn with the Idol Reborn. We got Picari. Picari is going to be reborned off of the Booraroo effect after making a Synchro to trigger its effect, so we don't even need the Idol Reborn. This is a very good duel to pay attention to if you care about Ignister. We went into an Ignister line with no Ignister in the hand, just from the Math Mech. Getting access to the Booraroo to send, to then reborn it with Splash Mage, making sure to not activate it because it's negated, and then synchroing to then summon it correctly, and then activate to go into this play. We're going to me, you, searching for our Achichi. Now we could special summon it to then trigger the Dark Templar after making a Dark Infant. We don't have anything to chain link block the Dark Infant from activating. The Hiyari is going to be giving us access to our Gachiri. Gachiri is going to be making one of our monsters unaffected, but generally you make a rival, right? Well, instead, you may want to make a Dark Fluid because it actually could negate monster effects. We're going to be triple summoning, making our unaffected by everything a rival. Now, Booraroo had to send the Picari to make the plays, so we do not have Don Mari in the graveyard. We are going to be making Decode Talker Heat Soul to draw a card every single turn, drawing into a Gachiri that I thought we were going to make use of onto a Dark Fluid, which we did not. Heat Soul not drawing into a hand trap. We're going to Maxi right away to play around a Triple Tactics Talent. We have negate a monster effect here. Milling a ton of cards for that grass looking green. We got Agido milling an additional 5. Kelbeck milling a total of 10 with the Agido. The Xeno Guitar is also activating to add the Gigantes to our hand to banish from the graveyard to summon. Returning our Small World back into the deck, milling our 10 cards here additionally. Now, let's slow this down. Let's see, what do we have in the graveyard? Do we have a Snow? Do we have a Block Dragon? We have neither. Nothing. Okay, we do have Shufflers, though. We got 2 Shufflers. Banishing for the Gigantes. And we are doing this under Max C, by the way. Getting Block Dragon into the graveyard with the Xeno Guitar after being banished. And we are going to call by the grave the Block Dragon, and then we're going to use the Keldo to spin the Block Dragon back. Now, Block Dragon does not activate in the graveyard. You got to call by the grave it early. You have to do it right away as soon as it's in the grave. But now we're going to have a way to search the Block Dragon and be able to summon it with the Granite. But the Granite is going to be negated by the Impermanence or the Veiler. We got double negate on that Granite mate. If we had a Fairy Tale Snow in the graveyard, this would be a good moment to banish it to dodge the negate. Okay, there it goes. And now we do not have access to our Block Dragon, which is going to be very difficult to win. And we committed to a Maxi challenge under the thought of thinking that we would definitely get to our Block Dragon. So we're going to be special summoning the Maxi, making a Goddess. Goodbye to the unaffected by everything. A rival Goddess is going to be permanently negating the Heat Soul, but it does not matter. We're taking it out. Goddess also has 2 additional effects here. Well, let's read this. The Wind Pegasus states, does this actually deal with Goddess? Target a card your opponent controls. Because it is targeted, it gets shuffled back to the deck. If it was non-targeting, it would be unaffected. Goodbye. All right. Which was triggered off of your own card being destroyed. Could barely fit that Imperm into the hand. And let's perform lethal. Yes? Are we surrendering or are we lethaling? Custodian, add back that Hayari with no extra deck monsters in the field. We're going to special summon our Sigma, but now it gets banished when it leaves the field. We're going to be updating the jam, recycling the Idol Reborn to then reborn our Arrival from the graveyard, which would then be used to make a giant 8,000 attack access code talker. Did not open up with D-Shifter. Very nice. Did not negate Allure Darkness with the Ash. Greffer discarding a dark to send a dark from the deck to the graveyard. That is where we say no. We are negating that. Yeah, I would love to see a locals of 2 Flandres players playing with 3 judges trying to help them out. Come to me, purple Nightfall. We got the Dark Gloom with no dark in the opponent's graveyard, but we have our double column here to summon our Mech Knight. So a bunch of Mech Knights with an animation. Ripping into our D-Shifter, not activatable because we have an Ash in the graveyard, but if we get into a Stry could banish the 1 card from our graveyard, then we're good. We are going to be using the purple Nightfall to be searching our deck for a Mech Knight, which will be the Gursu. Gursu will be making big plays next turn. The Cosmic Cyclone onto Field Spell. I'm not familiar with this Field Spell. Is this worth it to Cosmic Cyclone, or do we save this for the Dreaming Town? Probably Dreaming Town's better, or at least the map. This is going to gain 300 attack and defense. You could reveal level 5 or higher, then additional summon, and that's what we did. We did a double tribute for 1, and okay, and all right. Maybe it is good to hold on to the Cosmic. If we destroy the Dark, Dark will be searching for a 1500 or less defense Dark monster. That's the map. The map, but do we wait for the Dreaming? The Dream or the map? The Rabina is here. The map could banish the Dream, then the Toucan. We are actually using it on the Simorgh Field Spell instead, knowing that he has a map. But I guess the Apex Avian would be negating your Cosmic Cyclone anyway. So it's very difficult for what we should actually do. As you can see right there, Apex Avian ready to negate anything. Flandre is just too good. Too freaking good. Add back our Rabina from the banish. Wiping out the dark. Do we have anything relevant to search for here? We got Bigfoot. All right. Bigfoot, if it discards itself, can deal with the Avian. Maybe we do want that to happen. The D-Shifter is going to be no good. They have 2 cards in their graveyard. On to the field, back we go. Randomly discarding the Babel to come forth and summon. 3,000 attack. We have a rank 8 Exceed. We're going straight to battle, not activating anything. The Empen would reduce any monster it battles with by half of its attack. And now we make in Phoenix, which cannot activate. We're going to Ball Drake banish from the opponent's graveyard to come forth and Shokan, making our Gursu. Gursu is going to be triggering the map. We cannot recycle the Apex Avian, which means this will probably lead into a Ryza instead. That's what I'm thinking. Eglin, add back. Rabina gets searching. Let's see where this goes. Ryza is going to be the way. Toucan adding back a banished card. We could do double Empen even. Empen into Eglin into Ryza. And then we have the Empen search, which will probably be searching for the unexplored winds as we have right there, which will be very good for returning cards back in the deck to draw and also tributing over the opponent's fields. Add back, searching with the Eglin. There's the Ryza. Just, bro, I don't care what you're doing on my turn, by the way. My turn! I'm gonna leave. Cartesia is here to activate to fusion summon with herself or your cards in your hand, or anything on the field, that is. Maxi change to the Psyframe Gear Gamma, destroying and negating the Cartesia. All right, does that shut us down or what? We could summon our Bystials. We got a regained off of that Maxi draw. Serenir getting rid of the Cartesia to get itself onto the field. We're now going to draw 1 by returning the Cartesia to the bottom of the deck. We have a kit that cannot be summoned because we already used up our normal summon. The Lighter Dark is banished. We're going to use the regain to draw an additional card, hopefully drawing into a hand trap here. We're going to Chaos Space searching for Lubellion by discarding a Dark. Abs Router sent to the grave. We're going to be searching for a Rocket Tracer. Chaos Space going to return a banished monster back in the deck to draw 1. Lubellion sending itself to the graveyard to search for a Magna Hut. We still have our normal summon. We're going to grab a Druid Swarm, milling the rest. Normal the Rocket Synchron, special summoning a Bystial from the grave. Level 9 Synchron to the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, which will negate any card on the field. Making a Masquerena, which will be able to link off during the opponent's turn. clear one monster, and end. Serenir sending a Branded or Bestial from the deck to the graveyard. We're going to use Druid Swarm within that battle phase, banishing the Lubellion, then returning the Lubellion. Okay, we're also triggering the Regained. Are we triggering the other effect also? So this will be interesting. I mean, it's just going to get negated, I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Negate! If you regained his regained, then your regained would have stopped him from drawing, because I do believe you have to return to draw. If you do return the card to the bottom, you do draw. I think we already drew off the regained. As you can see right here, it already used, well, you can't see it because I'm blocking it. This effect is already activated. Negate, just trying to summon a Bestial from the grave. That's all we're doing here. All right. Yes, so the non-turn player regained could stop regained from drawing if you target the same card. Super Polymerization off the top of the deck, discarding a card, fusing with the Hot Red Dragon Omni Negator into a Garura, and now we have nothing to link off to with the Masquerena until we use Regained to resummon our Bestial from the graveyard. As the Druid Swarm was sent to the graveyard from the Super Poly, we're going to send the opponent's Druid Swarm to the graveyard. That will trigger our Regain to reborn our Bestial back. As our Druid Swarm also being sent to the graveyard is now going to send your Bestial to the graveyard, as we're activating the search during the end phase for any dragon. We did not chain Masquerena though, as our card was being sent to the graveyard, which I guess we would just be making a Unicorn. Not too big of a deal, as we negate the Aluber from searching for a Branded Fusion. We still have Baldrake for a play to just block 3,000 damage. No. Okay. Lots of damage. Holy moly. End phase, Magna Hut searching for the Black Metal Dragon, which could search for a Red Eyes Darkness Metal if sent to the graveyard. The Bellion searching for a Bestial. Do we have a Bestial in our graveyard to summon? We do. We could summon Druid Swarm if we summon, which we're not doing with the Regained yet. Non-turn player Regained could turn off the turn player Regained. We're going to Baldrake banish your Druid Swarm, preventing it from summoning. And now the double Regained is going to happen. Regained, Regained. So I'm thinking if your turn player Regained versus a non-turn player Regained, you don't activate your Regained, you just let them activate theirs, because they're going to stop yours, and then you don't get to draw. Yeah. So what I said is correct. You just don't do it and hope they do it, because now you don't draw. Yes. Pisty going to make a baby with the Shrinker, reborning the Magna Hut. And now we have a big play, Boralen Dragon. This is the boss monster that we want to pause for so you could fully understand this. Cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects, cannot be targeted by monster effects, can negate a monster on the field and your opponent cannot change that negate, and you summon a rocket from the grave. And it also has the secret effect that it can attack every monster on the field once each. Let's go. Negate, summon the rocket, Shokan into Baron de Floor, Omni, negate, get ready, mate. Attack number 1, attack number 2. Garura gonna draw 1 card. Attack. Attack again. Attack again. Lethal damage to the Baron de Floor. No, not lethal. 3,300, not lethal. We needed to summon the Serenir. Oh no, we missed lethal. We didn't activate the Serenir? When he had a monster on the field, we had to summon it, then attack? Oh no. Oh Jesus! What the? What? Time limit. Oh my God. Yeah, so, okay, on the attack, I guess we didn't have time to do it. On the final attack, you have to activate the Serenir, summon, and then we had lethal. But the time was too low to do that. So, oh my Jesus. That's crazy. Boda, I'm so sorry, my friend. It happens. The time limit was too low. There's a lot going on back and forth, especially with the Regained versus Regained. Holy moly.